Hi everybody, we're at one of our favorite restaurants where we're all family, the Olive Garden. And later on I'll be making a wonderful pasta fagioli soup. And cheers!
Cheers!
See you in a few moments. Now this is the pasta fagioli from Olive Garden. But now I'm ready to get going, and this is going to be a food competition.
Hi everybody, and welcome to another Merri'S Corner. Everybody loves the Olive Garden because what is the famous saying, Joy, about Chef Joe? This is Chef Joe, everybody. Welcome, Chef Joe.
Hello, everyone.
What is the famous saying? When you're at Olive Garden, you are with
When you're here, your family.
family. So here's my son. He's my family. But anyways, let's get going. I love their homemade soups. They're just fantastic. And today we're going to do a copycat of their famous soup, pasta fagioli. Ooh.
Yay.
Yay! So let's get going. So Joe, we're going to take turns in reading what we need to tell everybody here, okay?
Okay.
All right, see, dicey. So the first ingredient we're going to need is 1 pound of lean ground hamburger. And what I already did, everybody, hold on to this, Joe,
Yes.
Chef Joe. I actually already ground my hamburger and I drained it, okay? All right. And then what's the next ingredient, Joe?
2 whole carrots diced.
Yes. And then the next one is 4 stalks of celery, of course, diced. And what about Joe? What's the next one?
1 medium onion diced.
Okay, and then 2 cloves of garlic minced. But I have this really neat contraption in which you just like press it. I really like that. And then the next one, Joe.
24-ounce can crushed / chopped tomatoes.
And I got the can. I'm playing it easy, everybody, okay?
Yep.
All right. And then over here, the next one is 2 cans or, one bigger can of the chicken stock. And I have this right there. All right. And the next one.
2 whole bay leaves.
Bay leaves, yes. And 1 teaspoon of dried oregano.
1 teaspoon of dried basil.
Okay, so here we go. We got the basil. We got the oregano. All right, and what's the next one?
Salt and pepper to taste.
Here we go, everybody. And then we have, how would you say that? Cannellini beans?
Yeah, 1 can of cannellini beans drained and rinsed. And 1 can of red kidney beans.
There you go. There you go, everybody. All right, and the next thing we're going to need is 1 cup of ditalini. I think it's ditalini, I guess you say it. Pasta.
Uncooked.
Yeah, that's if you're doing it by the crock pot, but we did it by the stovetop, which is different. But I'm going to post both ways of cooking it, either in the crock pot or on the stovetop, okay? And when you're all done, when they come to come to your table when you're ready to have your soup at the Olive Garden, what do they give you, Joe?
Cheese, Parmesan cheese, grated.
Which is so good. All right, so now we're going to get going, everybody, and get started here. So when I normally do this, I normally do it on the stovetop. But I mean, on a nice winter day, you may want to use the crock pot. That's fine, right? And what you normally do, like I mentioned earlier, what did we do, Joe?
Very ground beef.
We ground the ground beef. Cool. All right. And then after that, I got a slab of butter, and I put together all the vegetables, like the carrots, the onions, the celery, and I sauteed them. But since I like some of my vegetables softer, I did boil them just to get them softer, and then I actually put the butter and I, sauteed them. Okay. And what do we do with the pasta, Joe?
We put it in.
We put it in, but first we have to, boil it like regular pasta, and we drain it. And so at that point, I just mixed all the veggies. Once everything was drained, and the pasta and the beans and the garlic and everything, I put it all in one big pot here, everybody. Okay. All right. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to put everything in the big pot here. So here we go. So Joe, what is actually your favorite garden from Olive Garden? What is your favorite Olive Garden soup?
Pasta Fagioli.
It is. I thought you liked the gnocchi one.
Or gnocchi, either one.
Yeah.
Chicken, the dumpling one, yeah.
Yeah, the one with the dumpling. That's good too. And even though the recipe doesn't call for spinach, I like spinach. So I put some frozen spinach into the recipe here too, everybody. So now what we're going to do next is we're going to now put in, Joe can do it, the chicken broth.
The whole thing?
The whole thing. Actually, let me just make sure, Joe. Missy, let me just make sure here. And yeah, 14.5, so you need 28 ounces. So you're going to need like half the can, buddy, here, okay?
I almost got half the can almost.
All right, so keep mixing. We may need more because we have a lot of ingredients here. Okay.
That's about half, I think.
Let's do that for now. And then after that, we're going to put in the crushed tomatoes, and you can do that, Joe.
Whole thing?
Whole thing. Whole thing. There you go. Very good. All right, and then we're going to mix this up. And what I like to do, some people put tomato paste. It doesn't say so in the recipe, but I usually just like this to put regular just spaghetti sauce in here. So that's what we're going to do, everybody. We're going to just get, and it could be a marinara, any type of spaghetti sauce. You know, I just dump the whole thing in, okay? So that's what I'm going to do right here. And I'm going to mix it up, and I'm going to show you what it's all going to look like, everybody, okay? You may want to put some water, or it depends on if you like it thick or if you like it thinner.
I should probably rinse it.
But actually, I may actually put some more. See, I'm one of these cooks, and I do eyesight and how things look. So I'm going to put a little bit more chicken broth in here, everybody. And
hello back, everyone.
yes. And this is what it's going to look like, everybody. You can see how nice it is with the pasta and everything. And after this, like they mentioned, we're going to put in, I think they said 2 bay leaves. Why don't you put in 2 bay leaves, Joe? Okay. And I'm actually going to put in the oregano. I like a lot of oregano. I know they said to put in a certain amount, but I love a lot of oregano in my stuff. So I'm just going to just keep putting in my oregano here. And then just like a little, I'm just going to just do a pinch of the basil. And of course, salt and pepper, everybody. Okay.
It's a little broken.
That's okay.
Doesn't matter.
That's okay. We're going to put
Not
pepper.
perfect.
And I like a lot of pepper. They say pepper's actually good for you, everybody. It's actually sort of healthy. And I like a lot of salt. I know. I put too much, but I do. I'm going to mix everything up. And then after that, we're going to just basically just cook it on the oven. And, you know, we're first going to maybe bring this to a, boil. And after we put this to a boil, we're going to just let it simmer like 15, 20 minutes. And then we're going to get ready to eat. And we'll show you the finished product in a moment. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So hi, everybody. We're back. We want to show you the finished product here. There we go.
Yummy, yum,
Yum,
yum.
yum, 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 yummy. Look at that. Looks pretty good. Now, let's just try it. Just like the Olive Garden. Yum, yum.